Let's welcome everybody to Speckle 92 of Guy Party Podcast. How's it going, everybody? I am one of your hosts, Al, and of course, as always, we have Matt on the end of the line there. We are Guy Party, a podcast here about comics, movies, video games, pop culture, anything else relevant that we think you guys would want to hear about at any time. So check us out on that Instagram's there, guys. Guy_party_pod. Check out our website, guypartypod.com. You can see the video versions as well as listen to the audio versions of this podcast on there. And send us some feedback at guyparty91@gmail.com. Any questions, concerns, comments, whatever you want to talk about. I just like to get that out of the way pretty quick and early and easy. Anyway, what's up? Happy Easter.
What? Yeah, we're recording this on Easter. What's that sweatshirt?
Quality Gains.
Nice. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Is that like a newer t-shirt or sweatshirt?
No, I got it about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Okay, I feel like I've never seen that.
Quality
like
Gains.
It.
Yeah,
I like the sunglasses. Sunglasses really pulls it all together.
It's an Australian kind of bodybuilder guy who makes his own clothing. That's kind of funny.
Nice.
So I like it.
Nice.
Quality. It's quality, Mike. Yeah, but what's going on? Happy Easter, dude.
Yeah, happy Easter to you too, man.
It does not.
It
does
snuck
not
up.
Feel like Easter.
I think the other night we were gaming and streaming, and I was like, dude, Easter is on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck.
Yup.
It is.
The only thing that reminded me that it's Easter is Animal Crossing. Because there's been a special event for the past 2 weeks. And now today I went in there and crafted all the recipes and stuff and talked to Zipper, which is the Easter bunny. And that's the only thing that reminded me it was Easter.
Nice.
And my mom texting me this morning saying Happy Easter.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway,
I got an email this morning I woke up to.
about
I think it was from my uncle, but I don't know how the hell he got my email address. And it had no subject, and it just said he is risen, which I'm guessing is like obviously a Happy Easter email. But like I saw it, I'm like, how
is it viable? Like is it not like a troll or something? Like saying, "Hey, it's your uncle." Like, or do you
no,
know for a fact
it's
it's
just
your uncle?
the name in the sender field
Shit.
just was my uncle's name, and I was like, okay. I don't think I ever emailed any of my uncles or aunts, so I don't know how they got that.
Does your mom have it to give to him if he asked for it? Like, maybe. I don't know. Weird.
Don't know. It just threw me off, and I was like, okay. But
Text
yeah,
would have been fine, but yeah, dude. This is weird. I have no plans for today. We're gonna like video call, FaceTime our parents.
Yeah.
Besides that, it's just
I'm going up to my parents for dinner. Probably in like 2.5, 3 hours. I'll be up there.
Nice.
Nice. So, yeah.
Nice, man. Nice. So I had a scare just before this.
Go on.
I dropped my phone flat on its face, and it popped out of the case and fell flat on its face. And it's relatively new and not cheap. And I looked at it because I had a screen cover on there, like a screen protector, and I saw a big line. I was like, "You motherfucker!" It's like, "God damn it!"
Already?
Did I just shatter the screen? So I looked at it and so I turned on like a white background so I can actually see like the way the light reflected. Like I was like, "Fuck, that looks like a crack in the screen." I was like, "Son of a bitch." So I'm messing around with it. So I finally I took the screen protector off because I had an extra one, and luckily it was just a deep, like I guess it hit like a little stone, like something that the dog drug in or something. Something enough to scratch the screen. And I peeled it off, and I was like, "Oh thank God, it didn't scratch the screen." It was just a deep enough cut in the screen protector that I was able to put a new one on. That it's a little bit like stickier on my fingers, like it doesn't slide as well, But no broken screen. However, even if it was, I have the insurance plan for Samsung.
I was gonna ask you if you had some type of insurance thing.
Yeah, it's not too expensive.
Did we talk about this the other week?
I don't think so.
I remember when I got my first phone, I was like 16 years old, and I was getting it because now I could drive.
Emergencies only.
No, it wasn't even that. It was just like now that you're driving, like we feel like you need a phone just in case, like your car breaks down or something like that.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
I remember when I got my phone, my parents already had like the basic insurance thing with I think Verizon, yeah.
Hmm.
And the guy when we were getting my phone, he's like, right now you have this plan, but for extra like $1 a month, you can upgrade to this plan.
Duh.
And my mom's like, okay, well, like, what's the difference? And he's like, pretty much if like it covers everything. He's like, if you were to come in and there was something that wasn't covered on your plan, I would essentially tell you to go out into the middle of 309, throw it in the middle of 309, let it get run over, bring it back in, and then you'd be good.
Okay.
And it was like,
Thanks, man.
no, it was essentially you could just go out the store and do that with the new plan and come back.
Oh.
Not if it wasn't covered. The new plan pretty much covered everything.
Anything for $1.
And my mom was like,
Sign
okay.
Sign us up.
Sold. I got 3 teenage kids. Let's do it.
Yeah, pretty much. I pay like I think it's like $9 or $10 a month just through
Yeah.
Samsung themselves, not Verizon. So if anything happens to it,
Yeah.
it's replaced. Granted, it might be a refurbished phone, which I don't care, but
Yeah.
it's still a new, non-cracked or broken phone.
Yeah.
So don't mind. Do not want to buy
Speaking
none
of that,
those.
my phone's coming up on 2 years. I'm probably gonna need to.
Do you still get that?
I don't. But usually around 2 to 3 years is where my phone really starts to poop out.
Shit in the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, my phone was 3 years old prior to this. I had the Samsung Galaxy 7, whatever S7.
Yeah, I think this is
Edge.
the 6.
Okay.
So
The battery.
mine's already pretty old. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's 4 years old then, right?
at least.
Damn. Yeah. My battery would die in like 7 or 8 hours. Couldn't even last
Yeah.
me a shift at work, and I wasn't even using it at work.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the fuck? God forbid I want to, connect to a Bluetooth device and listen to
Yeah.
some music." Gone. So this one lasts like 2 days. The battery.
Yeah, mine's getting
So-
to the point where like if I listen to music at work, I need a charger at work.
No, that sucks. I hate that. It's so inconvenient, but whatever. Anyway, let's talk. How's your week, man? What have you been doing, man? What have you been up to?
It was
You beat some games.
it was a
right?
week. I've beat. It might be a loose terms. I mean,
rebeat, redestroyed, just demolished games.
so yeah, like
Same thing.
I grinded out more. I'm just gonna start from earliest in the week and work my way out.
There you go.
Did more Red Dead, and I found out with the achievements for skinning and studying all the animals on the island
Mhm.
don't count.
That's Guarma. Guarma doesn't count.
Yeah, which is like a short, like what, half an hour part of the game that you can't go back to afterwards.
Yeah, you can't go
it's
back
like-
to that. Yep.
Yeah, and it's like half an hour that you're in there, and I hate that part of the game. I just not a fan of it. I think it just feels too linear and
Very limited. You can't even free roam that island, really, right?
not really. Like you can hunt a
No.
little bit, but like
Nothing
you
spectacular.
don't have any of your stuff, and it's just
Yeah.
boring. And I found out you don't need to get those animals, which made my day when I found that out.
Good, because that's pretty far into the game.
That's
at
like
that point.
probably
Chapter 4 or 5.
I think it's chapter 5.
Yeah, that's pretty far into the game, especially
Yeah.
if you play the game like slower, like some people,
Yeah.
taking your time doing shit. That's you can't really
Oh.
rush to that point. I mean, you could.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I have 44 hours on record for one save file essentially.
there you go. Yeah.
And I'm maybe 2/3 of the way through the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I'm just going around doing all the side stuff and
Yeah.
all that.
Oh hell yeah.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
But then, what else did I play?
You
I
tell
started
me.
playing this game called Resident Evil Resistance, which I got.
free to play. Oh no.
So I got it with Resident Evil 3. Like if you bought Resident
Okay.
Evil 3, you would get it. I don't know if that's still the case or if it was like a pre-order thing.
Okay.
But me and another guy I talk to in streams and game with occasionally, he also got it. So we're like, yeah, let's check it out. And it's essentially like a 1v4 situation again, where one person is like the mastermind, like evil person from Resident Evil, and then there's 4 survivors trying to get out. So
Okay.
it's almost like Dead by Daylight or something. But instead of just like doing the same thing every time, it's like you have to find keys in areas and like open up locks, and there's 3 different areas that you have to go through. and like you can get different weapons, and like you can really customize your guy with different skills, which is kind of interesting. It feels like we first started playing, we're like, we don't know what the fuck is going on, we don't know what we're doing, and after about 2 or 3 hours, we're like, okay, we know exactly
got it
what the deal is. It definitely feels like a fun game that would be fun to play with like a full squad, like both like even the bad guy or the single player being.
It sounds just like Friday the 13th or Dead by Day, something like that. Like
it's essentially that, but with a, its own little twist on it. Yeah. And it's like, you need to find these keys in this area, but you don't know where they are.
Nice.
And like the mastermind can, depending on who it is, can create their like own like Mr. X or whatever. Like each one has their own person. And like they can lock you into rooms and stuff, and then spawn zombies in there and like become one of them and attack you. And it's just it's an interesting concept. I kind of like it.
Sounds cool. That sounds interesting. I've been in the market for a good not MMO, but like a good online PC game, like multiplayer PC game, because
now multiplayer is in like PvP-esque.
Yes. Not like a Borderlands co-op, not like that. Like a PvP. Because
I've honestly kind of been in the same boat, and I'm like trying to find what I want.
If you find something good, and we can get into it together, I would definitely play it more, because I have not played a PvP online video game in the past 2.5 years.
That was probably my first PvP game I've played in about 2 years.
The last one I've played is
not counting worms. Not counting worms.
Okay. I think the last one I played PvP is Battlefield 1. Not even 5. Battlefield 1.
That sounds about right.
However, Battlefield 1's fucking awesome. I was looking for it on Steam, but they don't have it.
Nope. That's a EA game.
Yep. Bullshit,
but then,
man.
Me and you played more pre-sequel, grinding that out. We're probably close to the end, aren't we?
We should probably get into that again.
Maybe tonight.
Thoughts on that tonight? Anyway,
maybe.
I'll
I don't got shit to do tomorrow, man.
I'll make that. I do, but I mean, I can wake up.
I don't.
At 8 to get to work at 8, so it's great. Working from home.
And then me and my buddy are still grinding out Divinity 2.
I was watching you stream that yesterday. Yeah,
that
looks pretty fun, actually.
It's very stressful right now, because like we're so far in the game that if we screw up and die and get our save wiped, we just wasted 40 hours in the past 2 weeks.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we didn't waste, because I did actually get like 3 or 4 achievements in this playthrough. Okay. Which some are like, how did we never get that achievement? Like, it felt story related. How did we not get it? But I guess we just did a different pathway to get it. Slowly grinding out Borderlands 3.
Oh yeah.
It's
my John. I haven't played in a while though.
What just happened? We just found out Tannis is a siren, and
so you beat Carnivora?
Yes.
Agonizer 9000.
Yes.
Pain and Terror.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Dude, that was a complete shock to me. I did not know that Penn and Teller.
I didn't know it either.
But I guess it makes sense, because Randy Pitchford likes Magic a lot. I'm sure he's kind of in talk with Penn and Teller, because magician, aspiring. I don't know, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then yesterday, after just over a week, I got all the achievements in Resident Evil 3.
You just did it in a week?
I mean, it came out on the 3rd, and I did it. Yesterday was the 11th.
Well, goddamn.
So in a matter of 8 days,
8 days, yeah.
And it's cool, because like every time you beat it, in the very top right, it shows you like total game time that you've been in the game. So like not like Steam, but it's like time you've not sitting in the main menu, like
you're
actually running around doing stuff, and it was like 27 hours.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Damn. It's a pretty quick 100%. I know.
Yeah, I mean,
you're
it's pretty easy once you get infinite ammo and like some of the coins. Like it makes like you get infinite rocket launcher ammo. Like even on the hardest difficulty, almost everything is dying in one hit. The boss fights take 4 hits and then they're dead. So, yeah, and infinite rocket launcher. It's like not even infinite to the point where you have to like reload it. It's just automatically in there. You shoot, just 2 seconds later, you shoot again.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot. That's pretty cool. There you go.
So they made it quite easy. I think I beat the hardest difficulty in just over an hour. I think it was like an hour and 10 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
That's
awesome.
Yeah. So
good, Mike. Good.
I think I'm gonna try and finish up Resident Evil 2 with achievements in the next week or two. I have 5 more to do in that.
Shouldn't be too bad, right?
Well, the hardest part is I think 3 of them.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Are DLC achievements, which I have, but you don't get like the infinite ammo or anything on that. And there's no pickup, so like whatever you start with is what you have, and you have to work your way through it from that.
Okay.
So that's gonna be an issue. Yeah.
You got it.
And then I started the Walking Dead Telltale series.
And I was in there for that as well. You were streaming that as well.
That's gonna be pretty easy. I think I can get like 44 out of 48 achievements in one go. There's like 4. There's
Can't get all of them?
There's 4 that's like find all these things, and like it seems like there's some sort of collectible or something.
There's no collectibles in the Borderlands one. Thank God.
Let me see what they are.
I was happy for that because it was just an easy, I think, 30
or maybe it's DLC stuff.
Achievements. 36 achievements, 6 chapters.
I think it might actually be DLC stuff.
Yeah. Interesting.
Because I know there's like a 400 days of summer or something, or the 400 days or something DLC.
Gotcha. Shouldn't be too bad though.
But shouldn't be too bad. Yeah.
Easy.
And then I think the only thing that really happened to 2 things. One, I watched Mission Impossible again for like the first time in a while.
Okay.
Like the original one.
I
didn't realize how much stuff happens in that movie. Like I've seen it like when I was a teenager. It was like, oh, it's a cool movie, cool action, cool spy stuff. But didn't really understand the plot. And like I was watching it yesterday, I'm like, holy fuck, like a lot happens in this movie that I didn't realize.
I would have no idea.
It's a good movie, definitely good, and like I would
the
highly
newer
suggest.
Ones are still good.
Yeah,
like,
they must have been having like
still really good.
They must have been having like a marathon thing yesterday because right after that, Mission Impossible 2 came on. But
I like how they brought Simon Pegg into him.
Yeah,
I enjoy him on screen.
I think I remember he was only supposed to be in like the first one he was in, and then like they just kept bringing him back because he was so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
2 more, at least. But I like those movies. Not the biggest fan of Tom Cruise per se, but
first one. If you haven't seen the first one, I would highly suggest watching it.
Okay.
It doesn't. It like. It kind of like is before they just get like, what crazy stunts can we do? It was more like an older spy movie. Like, it felt like.
There's no Fast and Furious. Let's jump a car from this skyscraper to that skyscraper.
Or Tom Cruise hanging on the side of a fucking plane as it's flying type thing.
Yeah.
It's more of a much more old school.
Yep.
Spy infiltration movie.
Sounds good to me.
Which is a nice change of pace, knowing what it's become. Like, not saying the new ones are bad, but like it's a good change of pace.
Outlandish.
Yeah. And then the only other thing that happened was Friday night. Fucking basement started leaking.
Yep.
We were streaming. Yep. Luckily, it was right behind me, and I like heard water running. I'm like, oh, I hear water running. I was like, wait a minute. Like, at first I was like, someone's doing their laundry. I was like, no one came downstairs. I know I would have heard someone walk downstairs. So I walk into the basement and see a pipe, and it's just water just like falling off of it. I'm like, fuck. And I came back and I was like, dude, I gotta hop off. Basement's leaking. Bye.
Yep.
And
well, see ya.
I hopped off, and one of my roommates was in the shower at the time, so I ran out. I'm like, dude, get out of the shower. Basement's leaking.
Get the fuck out of the shower now.
He's like, okay, and like he hopped out, and like.
At least you know
luckily,
to do that. That was good.
I called it quick enough. Well, at first I was like, is it raining? But then I was like, no, it's. I looked outside. I was like, it is not raining. And the only other thing that's causing water right now is the shower.
Yep. Smart,
so
man.
Then I luckily I caught it quick enough that like we just threw towels, and like there were bed sheets in the laundry room that we just like threw down to soak up water.
Got you.
And it was like 11 o'clock at night when it happened. So I just texted. It was like maybe closer to 10:30. But I texted my landlord just to give him a heads up. I'm like, hey, basement was leaking. It stopped for right now, but like, you know, this, that, and the other thing. He's like, okay, I'll be out tomorrow afternoon. I'm like,
perfect.
Cool. Thanks for the quick response. This is roughly where it's coming from. I left it at that.
Yep. That's good on you though for.
And he was out here at like noon yesterday. Like he walked in and he was like, okay. Well, actually, I don't know if I told you this. Or no, I think I did. So yesterday morning, my roommate put towels in the washer to wash them. And like, I'm just here grinding out stuff in Resident Evil 3 to like set up for my final achievement. Like, I'm like, I feel like I hear water again. I walked in and the pipe that the washing machine drained into was overflowing.
So like, I can see that one because the pipe just kind of goes in there.
Yeah,
there's no seal.
It's like it goes into like a open PVC pipe essentially, which went into the drain then.
I can see it.
So I immediately paused that and threw more extra sheets down. And this was before my landlord even came, and then he comes over and I was like, yeah, so it was coming from there. And then earlier today, Paul tried washing some sheets and it was overflowing out of that. And he's like, okay, so it's probably a clog, which when that happened, it was like, okay, if it's overflowing out of that too, like there has to be a clog somewhere.
I'm just wondering where it was overflowing out of the shower.
That's what I'm confused about too.
Because it would just back up the shower.
Now like every time water goes, it's like I like when I flush that toilet, I run downstairs real quick and
what
like,
the fuck is that?
Leaking?
Yeah. So,
but apparently it was a clog with a bunch of wet wipes in there. So like
toilet paper.
No
only.
one. Yeah, like everyone I've lived with in this house hasn't used wet wipes as far as I know. Like we've always been just toilet paper.
Yep.
And my landlord was like, "Do you guys use wet wipes?" And the plumber even asked us. I'm like, I personally don't. I don't know about the other people that have lived here. I know I personally do not. I was like, as far as I know, I've never seen even wet wipes in the bathroom, so I don't think so. And my landlord was like, well, this is very possible. It's just the previous tenants that lived here, like before you even moved in, used them and flushed them. And then it was just like a slow build up. And then you were just kind of like,
yep. You hear
you just back. Got the shit end of the stick. No pun intended.
Literally.
But
it could have been bad.
Yeah.
So, hey, at least you caught it.
But yeah, I mean, and then after they like cleaned it all out, like,
everything's fine now.
The plumber stayed down there, and like my landlord went through and like turned on the shower and kept the shower going, and like flushed all the toilets, kept all the sinks going for like a couple minutes, and it was like, okay, nothing's coming out now. Everything's running smoothly. Like,
cool.
Should be good.
That's good. Could have been bad. So thankfully it was caught in time and you were home. And you were able to tell you, hey, get out of the shower. Otherwise, you might have showered for 10 more minutes and it fucking would have flooded the basement.
It was also funny because like before the landlord called the plumber, he's like, okay, like maybe it's a clog somewhere in the drain. Like I can go out and get like a
snake or something. Yeah.
Not even a snake, but like the goo or the formula you put down.
So it doesn't work.
And he's like, but before we do that, he's like, just run upstairs and like flush a toilet real quick just so we can see like where we're at. Because like the drainage sink next to the laundry was also filling up a little bit.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, so I ran up, flushed the toilet, and immediately water started coming out of the PVC pipe that the washing machine drained into. And he's like, okay, you don't have toilets. We need to get a plumber out here like now. Because it was like, if we could still use toilets, it was like, okay, we can afford not to shower for like a couple days until the plumber gets out here Monday or Tuesday. Yeah. So he called a plumber, and the guy at the office was like, yeah, I've got like 25, 30 minutes away from you finishing up a job right now.
Perfect.
And we're like, cool. So he can be here in like 30-ish minutes. And he's like, yep. And we're like,
wow.
Amazing. Like, that was perfect timing.
Jeez. He probably got paid a premium too because it was a Sunday. Or Saturday. Weekend emergency calls.
Yeah. I mean, very fortunate that was the case.
Hell yeah, man. Good.
I just got a voicemail from my daddy.
Nice. I got it from my mama, but my daddy.
But I think that was pretty much my week.
Good.
How about you?
Oh, geez, there, Rick. Um, Not a whole lot, man. Just grinding some achievements in BL2, playing some pre-sequel with you, and just playing the absolute hell out of Animal Crossing. I probably have over 90 hours played in that game, at least 85 plus. So just been playing the shit out of Animal Crossing. I'm trying to get the island up to at least a 2-star island right now. So I'm trying to just bring more people in, more villagers in, and I want to get like the ability to like build paths and stuff, like concrete paths and whatnot along the island, but because I can't yet, because that would really make things permanent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like, oh, there's a house here, a house here. I want to build like concrete sidewalks and or like paver paths and stuff. But so I've just been playing the absolute shit out of that. If I wasn't playing anything else,
Let me ask you this also.
What's up?
Not necessarily to cut you off.
No,
but this isn't really a PvP game.
Okay.
But I think you've seen me play it before at Factorio.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Where it's kind of like just setting up a bunch of automation. Do you think you'd be interested in that? Because I feel like that's
kind of play No Man's Sky. If I'm just gonna farm and set some stuff up, I would just play No Man's Sky and do that.
I mean, Factorio is more about automation. To be
fair. But
it's how automated can you get everything so you don't have to play the game.
That's true, but if I'm gonna set stuff up like that and kind of build
fair enough
contraptions and shit, I just play No Man's Sky.
I figured I would throw it out there because it's just I feel like that's the kind of another like Stardew-esque, which is kind of similar to
Animal Crossing.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
But no, I've just been playing Animal Crossing and got all of the Bunny Day craftables, the DIYs. Nice. So I got all of those done. I did the first fishing tournament yesterday. Got over 100 points, so I got my own little like statue and fishing trophy and shit. So the game just keeps you wanting to come back and play more and more and more and more and more. And now it's like I unlocked the ranking system for my island. I have a 1-star island, and you can get a potentially 5-star island. I'm like, well, let's fucking go. Let's see if we can get at least 2 or 3 stars by the end of this week or something. And so we'll see what comes of that. But I'm just having a really good time, and I'm happy that having a good time. I'm happy that the fucking Easter bunnies to be gone this week. Every time, you ever play Animal Crossing ever?
Nope.
So like you can dig up fossils. Pretty much there's like little indications in the ground where you're like, hey, there's something buried here. Now it's like, oh, cool, fossil, something buried here, and you fucking dig it up. It's an egg. It's an earth egg. I'm like, god damn it! Like, Zipper, get the hell out of town because I don't want to play your goddamn DLC event thingy mabobber anymore. I'm done. If you don't like it, you can get out. So I'm happy he's leaving tomorrow. Today's the last day here. I set an alarm for an hour from now to make sure I buy turnips before noon. So yeah, it's getting pretty serious out there, Oh geez, there, Rick. So yeah, I'm just having a really good time playing that, and that's all I've been playing really. Those 3 games: BL2, pre-sequel, and Animal Crossing. I'm thinking about picking up GTA 4 on Steam.
Yep.
But I don't know if I should just wait for a sale or.
I'm definitely waiting for a sale. I hate that I did this. I did buy a new game 2 days ago.
Full price game?
Technically, no.
Okay.
So, like, occasionally on Steam, you'll see, like, new item in your inventory. And, like, 99% of the time, it's just, like, stupid trading cards or something.
Mm-hmm.
And every so often, you get, like, a coupon for this % off this game.
Ooh.
Like, majority of the time, they're, like, not great games. Or, like, not games I'm interested in, I should say.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I actually have one right now that's valid until the 21st.
Well, shit.
But it was Space Hulk something. And at first I was like,
Hulk?
I kind of recognize the name Space Hulk. So like I clicked on it and it was 80% off. I could get it for. And I was like, okay, let me see what this game is. And it's a game that takes place in the Warhammer universe.
Okay.
And like some of those games are like turn-based strategy games, like Civ type games.
Okay.
Like I'm not a fan of those games. Like I've tried doing stuff like that, and I just can't get invested into it. But this is like a first-person shooter one. And like some of those games are like turn-based strategy games, like Civ type games. I'm like, I'm not a fan of those games. Like I've tried doing stuff like that, and I just can't get invested into it. But this is like a first-person shooter one. And like some of those games are like turn-based strategy games, like Civ type games. I'm like, I'm not a fan of those games. Like I've tried doing stuff like that, and I just can't get invested into it. But this is like a first-person shooter one.
Okay.
And I was like,
Well, I guess you guys got me.
get the definitive edition for $45 and get it for 80% off. So I get it for like $15.
Why
I
not?
guess.
Why not? You guys are twisting my arm here. Why not?
There's 23 achievements in it, and I think only 5 are multiplayer.
That's not bad.
So, yeah, I ended up picking that up. It's actually multiplayer.
You get it for $9, yeah. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Hell
So,
yeah.
I picked that up. And,
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know
But
when
yeah.
I'm going to get around to it, but
Eventually.
at some point.
That's
Yeah.
the keyword in the back. Eventually. I get you eventually.
I mean, with quarantine happening, you know, and not being able to work for the next
Yeah.
3 weeks, 2.5
Yep.
weeks, I'm going to have time.
Yeah. Well, use it wisely. You know?
I won't.
I mean, you will. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
You can't do anything
You're
else.
right.
What the fuck else are you gonna do? You know.
You're right.
Might as
I
well
got to
do
start
what you
working
enjoy.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
On Friday, I got my hangboard back from my parents, and I'm like, okay, where can I hang this up? Or should I just go to Home Depot and buy a bunch of 2x4s and just, like, make my
Built
own
on.
rig to hang it on? Or
Not a bad idea.
I don't
Not
know.
a bad idea.
I don't know there, bud.
I'm sure you'll figure it out there.
I'll figure it out.
But anyway, I mean, other than that, just trying to play with the dog and just work without being distracted with
Yeah.
the dog. So nothing really
That
exciting on
seems like
my
a-
end.
Big problem with a lot of people is the whole working and not getting distracted.
The distractions are what kill you. I mean,
Yeah.
if
Like-
it was just me and the wife, it'd be fine. But you know, the dog has to go out every like fucking hour and 10 minutes it seems, and gotta play with him for a little bit because he gets the zoomies. He's running around
Yeah.
the fucking house like, okay, relax. But
We
I don't know.
were trying to possibly have like an impromptu D&D session last night because my one buddy couldn't do it on Thursday, when we normally do it.
Okay.
And like
Are you
me
still
and the
doing
two
it
other
now?
guys, yeah, we're still doing it.
Damn. 6 feet?
Huh?
6 feet apart?
Well, we're doing it online.
Oh, that's cool.
Um,
Has it always been online?
No.
Oh, I was gonna
it's
say,
only when this whole thing started that we started doing it
Gotcha.
online.
I was gonna say what
But we like 3 of us were like, yeah, we can do it tonight, and like right on last person we're like, hey, like it's been like 3 hours since everyone said they could. What's your deal?
where you at?
She was like, sorry, I was not productive at work at all this week, so I'm
Make
making
it
up
out.
for it today and have been trying to just work my ass off today. And I
Yep.
was like, okay.
Sounds reasonable.
like,
Sounds reasonable.
You know what? I respect that because you acknowledge you didn't do shit this week, and now you're trying to like get shit done on a Saturday when most people are in that
weekend
weekend
mode.
mindset.
But
yeah.
then again, it's the same every day.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
day's the same. Like every day, just it's like I can't believe it's Sunday already.
Yeah.
I feel like we just recorded that like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Whenever
but I don't know.
people hop in my stream, I'm always like, "How is your
Carry the 4, my
yeah?"
your
Yeah, you start- you
Wednesday. Dude, it's Saturday.
You start
Ah.
seeing that like math meme where the
Yeah.
person's looking at the numbers and it's like
From Hangover. Yeah.
Thursday, I think.
No, it's actually Monday, man. You're close though. You're close.
I think it was last week or the week before that. I was off by a complete day.
Yeah.
I think in the entire stream I was talking how it was like Wednesday. I'm like, wait, today's
Is it?
Tuesday.
Yep. It's
Like,
weird.
fuck.
It's a weird feeling, man. I'm still trying to order some shit online for like a at home gym. I think I might have found something. However, they're doing limited orders per day, and I missed my shot today, so I'm gonna see if I can get it tomorrow. But I don't know. We'll
That's
see what
rough.
the fuck happens. We'll see what happens, man. Anyway. Do you want to get into some news there, man?
Yeah, it's getting some news there. but-
Get some news. I have some controller news that kind of ties in with your news
I
that you were
heard
talking
about
about.
that.
So it's actually 2 things. So the PS5 controller has finally been revealed, and people aren't necessarily liking it.
I heard people were comparing it to like a disgusting baby child between like the Xbox and
The
the
Xbox
PlayStation.
and the PS4 controller. Yeah. Have you seen a picture of it?
Very briefly.
Here, check that out. So the PS5, the PS5
Yes.
controller DualSense officially revealed, and yes, it has a headphone jack, which I'm actually pretty excited about. What's up?
No, I went to pull it over my screen, over my face, and then accidentally made it full screen.
Oh, gotcha. I
So
just
blocked
don't.
you too.
I don't like the color scheme. At least, I mean, that's the thing that I don't like. It looks like, yeah, it looks like a mashed up hybrid between the PS4 and Xbox One controller. It's weird. But PlayStation has finally revealed the PS5 controller to the world, and it's officially called the DualSense, no longer a DualShock controller. Sony revealed the new PS5 controller design in a post on the PlayStation blog, sharing the first images of the design as well as the first official word on what new features it will include. As you might have already guessed from the name, it's a big focus on your sense, specifically the sense of touch. The DualSense controller builds in refined haptic feedback to capture a broader range of motions, such as slow grittiness of driving a car through mud. It also includes adaptive trigger buttons that can dynamically change their tension for different activities, such as drawing back a bowstring. You can also use a built-in microphone to talk to your friends without needing a headset. That's pretty cool. But then again, how shitty is that microphone?
Yeah.
On top of adding new features, the change overall to DualSense for the new PS5 controller represents the biggest change in PlayStation controller designs ever. Sony has embraced a two-tone color aesthetic and altered the angle of the shoulder buttons while rounding the overall shape of the device. It still features a central touchpad, though it's flanked by a pair of light bars. It also trades out the share button with a create button with expanded functionality. So, I mean, the features seem pretty cool. I'm glad they're keeping headphone jacks so I can use my current Turtle Beaches, I guess, to
Did
chat.
you?
But I don't like the color scheme. Don't like it.
I saw something. I think it was on Reddit. I don't know where it was though.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be able to find it. But
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, here it is. Hang on.
Can't find it. Found it.
So there's a bunch of like memes coming out with this whole
Yep.
thing, and there's that
About
one
the-
story-based game with like the robot. I don't remember what it's called off top of your head. Off top of your head. My head.
Detroit Become Human.
Yes.
Yep.
And I linked you to it, and essentially
I see it.
it's comparing how the controller looks like his outfit.
I actually like the PS4 controller look better. Like much better.
I do too.
This one just seems like they're trying to make it look too futuristic without needing to. Like I don't know. It doesn't.
Yeah, I'd if it was all black, it would be easier for me. But I think it's also the way the shoulder
angles are.
buttons.
Yeah, they rounded them up and like kind of
Yeah.
put them at an angle rather than just put them kind of straight across. They're kind of more like
Yeah.
like this now. It's kind of weird.
Who
but,
knows? Maybe though, if I were to grab it, it would feel fine. Because I remember when I first started
Exactly.
using the Switch Pro,
Yep.
I was not a fan of it, and the more I used it, I'm like, okay, now this actually is.
It actually kind of looks
Comfy.
like a mixture between.
Yeah,
like-
I was looking over there just about 2 minutes ago as you were reading about it. I'm like, well, kind of looks a little bit similar.
I guess so. It still looks like a PS4 controller and Xbox One. It kind of looks like all three current gen controllers mashed together.
Yeah.
Xbox One, Switch, PS4. Just like
Yeah.
here you go. But yeah, as you said, I mean, when I first looked at the Switch Pro controller, I was like, it seems kind of like bulky and like this, like it's gonna be like I don't know, kind of not balanced or something properly. And I pick it up, I was like, this is currently my favorite controller ever to use.
Yeah.
So
I
if,
think
like,
I'm in
if
the
I
same
play-
boat.
Yeah, like I was playing Hollow Knight and like all the platformers on PC, I'd plug this bad boy in. I don't even look at the PlayStation controller. I put the Switch controller in. But
Yep.
I don't know. I guess I'll wait to actually hold it in my hand. But
Yeah.
I guess also staying in that same vein of controllers, Steam controller.
Yeah, I
Me
didn't hear
too.
about this.
Valve has patented a new Steam controller that has Xbox Elite style customization, which is
Wait,
actually
What
pretty
does
cool.
that mean? Like, look?
You can like customize it like pretty much. You can do like new thumbsticks, new like D-pad layouts. Like you can pretty much customize everything on it.
Okay.
Xbox. If I know correctly, Xbox Elite. You like it comes in like its own little box and package and like little. You can thumbstick
Okay.
size, like lengths and colors, and
That's
I don't know,
interesting.
it's weird, but
I'd
this-
look into that.
this is interesting. So it says Valve Steam controller never quite caught on, and it seems that a large part of this had to do with its forward-looking but unfamiliar-looking surface layout. Rather than
Yeah.
usual thumbsticks, they had 2 clickable trackpads, and these seem to have scared most players away. But it seems Valve is taking another crack at it. The company has filed a new patent for a controller, and while it seems to be retaining most of the original Steam controller's features, it also is adding the Xbox Elite controller series, which is the customization. The patent filing, which Tyler McVicker posted to his Twitter account, I'm not sure who he is, I'm guessing someone with Valve, specifies that Valve controller will feature the swappable controller surfaces we found in the Xbox Elite since it launched. Valve's going to take a step further with its Xbox Elite feature swappable D-pad and thumbsticks. Valve patent suggests its next Steam controller will allow users to pop out the trackpads and replace them. Further, according to the patent, the controller should be able to detect different types of controls when they're attached, allowing it to process input differently depending on which accessories you have coupled at one time. So that's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting.
It is.
However, I just got done talking about how much I love the Pro Controller, so
Yeah.
the Switch Pro Controller. I'll probably just stick with that. But I'll see, and I'll check some reviews about this. I mean, I'm not opposed to buying a new gadget. I love gadgets, so that's something. I didn't see anything about kind of when it's coming, but it's there. It's in the works. This that article was posted 1 day ago.
Okay.
To PC games.
Yeah, I'd be interested in that.
Yep.
I don't know if I'd if I had some spare money lying around and it looked good, I would think about buying it. Since all my gaming is pretty much on Steam at this point.
Yeah.
But I just want to see. I would assume because of Valve, it would be a pretty basic connector with just like a mini USB or USB-C or something like that.
Yep.
As long as it's not something weird where you need like a very special cable
to
plug it in. That's you can't find on Amazon. But
yep.
Yeah, I'd definitely be interested to check that out. One thing we forgot to talk about last week.
What's that?
I think it's because I linked it to you in a text instead of on Discord because I think I saw it at work or something. We didn't talk about Mario Bros. 35th anniversary coming up.
Did it happen already?
I don't know if it happened, but pretty much Switch's first-party lineup for the rest of 2020 is supposedly going to be dominated by Mario games old and new. To coincide with the original Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. Yeah, I think I texted it to you.
Yep.
And essentially, they're possibly going to be releasing the older games on Switch, like 64 and Mario Sunshine.
Oh man, I would shit my pants.
And sources have indicated that Mario Galaxy is indeed one of the games being readied for a remaster. So they're not just porting it; they're going to remaster some of these games.
Use the same engine, use Odyssey, and then fucking.
I would be stoked if they released like. Jesus. I wasn't a big fan of Sunshine. I think it was just because I didn't. Fun. I think it was mostly the controls felt funky to me with the backpack.
Did you have a GameCube?
I did not.
Okay.
Which could partly be it, but like.
Yeah.
Mario 64 was a blast. Galaxy was a blast. I don't remember if I played Galaxy 2 or not.
I didn't play any of the Galaxies, and if it's what you say it is, pretty much Super Mario 64 in space.
Like the cool thing was like
I'm in.
You'd be on like a planet or moon something here, and there's one here, and you'd have to like triple jump, and the gravity would take you to the one above it.
That's fucking awesome.
So it really affected like the movement. It wasn't just running on one surface. It was like, running on the side of things and platforming like that, which was pretty
cool. Actually, I have this article pulled up.
Go for it.
Through something, but so as VGC's network partner Eurogamer reported in the follow-up story, these masters will include the 1997 Super Mario 64, 02's Mario Sunshine, and 07's Galaxy. Nintendo will also release several other Mario titles in 2020, including a new installment in the Paper Mario series, and a deluxe version.
That I'm stoked for.
Yeah, and a deluxe version of 2013 Super Mario 3D World. The plans are set to be revealed alongside new details of Nintendo's partnership with Universal and the pair's Super Nintendo World theme park attractions and animated Super Mario movie.
I did not know that.
There's a fucking theme park coming out? Because
Apparently.
I would be so down to go there. And another movie? A Super Mario movie? Interesting.
Apparently we're
Nintendo-
getting back into that realm of video game movies, so
Let's hope they got it right this time. So
we'll see.
So it's saying the Super Mario 35th anniversary reveal was originally due to take place at a physical event at E3 in June, but Nintendo is now reviewing its plans in light of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. E3 2020 has also been canceled due to the virus outbreak, and Nintendo could instead opt for a digital showcase. So, dude, 64 would be amazing.
It would.
Sunshine would be amazing.
I never
Galaxy's awesome.
owned.
Paper Mario, a new Paper Mario. We
I
knew it
would be
was
stoked
coming.
for a new Paper Mario.
We knew it was coming, right?
Yeah,
But
we had to.
damn, that's fucking awesome.
Um,
I'd be so
Dude.
down to get those. But just
Honestly?
the time. Ugh.
I feel like I just realized this as we started talking about this. I
What's
have
up?
3 other tabs up on Chrome about remastered games in the works. It's wholly remastered video games, Batman.
Okay. What do you
So
got?
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time
Fuck,
remake
so
is
many.
apparently happening,
Okay.
which was a very good Prince of Persia game. It was
Sunshine. Oh man.
it was
Sunshine.
actually like it was, I think, kind of the inspiration for the Assassin's Creed movement, like
Okay.
movement in the game where you like you climb and do stuff like that.
Mhm.
Because like in the beginning of the game, you have to like jump between 2 walls to get up
Okay.
to something.
Wall jump.
Inspired
Inspired by Mario, originally, probably. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know.
Maybe can you do that in 64?
Like
Like you're like wall running up and jumping back and forth.
Oh, wall running. No, I just remember you can just jump from wall to wall in 64.
Yeah, you
'cause
can you can do that too, but you can also like wall run and jump between 2 walls
Oh.
going forward and stuff
No,
like
you couldn't
that.
wall run that.
It was
in that game.
really cool movement and kind of like
Unique.
innovative for the time.
Nice.
So if that were to come out, I'd be stoked because that game I freaking loved.
Okay.
But also to go with that, Saints Row the Third is getting remastered by the same company that's making Saints Row 5, Volition. I don't know.
Do you think that's because of Saints Row 5 coming out? They want to get people back into
I
the series,
feel like
maybe?
it might be.
Okay.
Um,
Were these games well received? Like, was Saints Row 3 and 4 well received?
Saints Row 3 and 4 I felt like were pretty good. Oh, it's Deep Silver. I did not know that's who Volition was. Okay.
Oh.
So they know what they're doing.
So it's developed by Volition and published by Deep Silver. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which I think Volition is just a subsect of Deep Silver, essentially.
Gotcha. So,
Or
yeah,
they're owned by it.
Saints Row 4 came out in 2013. So it's
Yeah,
been,
it's been a hot
it's been
minute.
almost 7 years because it came out
Well-
August 13.
I think I feel like who developed Saints Row 4?
Volition and published by Deep Silver.
Oh, was it?
Yep, 2013. I'm reading about it right now.
For some reason, I thought I remember. Oh, I'm thinking of THQ. Is this a company that I think went under and got bought out?
About sure. No
Yeah.
idea there, bud.
Yeah, it was THQ that got filed for bankruptcy, and then someone bought them.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I was thinking of.
Gotcha.
But so that's another remastered game that's in the works.
Okay.
And to go along with that, there's another one that's supposedly in the works. Resident Evil 4 is apparently getting a remake.
Oh my god.
With an estimated release window of 2022. So we
Okay.
have year and a half, 2 years till we
Got
see
some
it.
time. I'm just have to get more and more and more and more picky with the games I buy because of time.
But yeah, luckily this is 2 years out, and
But think of all the other games that have come out within those 2 years.
yeah, but like I was talking to people about it in my streams of like, you know, they remade 2, they remade 3, like what game should they remake next? And some
4.
people were talking about like some of the side games that they've done that were pretty good that I've never played. And then we're like, well, if they remade the first game, that would be pretty cool. Like they've like done an upgraded graphics edition, but they haven't like done it with the new engine type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, that would be pretty cool because like,
hell yeah,
Resident Evil 4, the only thing they'd really do is like a graphical upgrade and maybe some extra content, but it's not like they're like it's already third person over the shoulder, you know, inventory space type thing. It's not anything too crazy.
No need to.
But apparently, Capcom has greenlit it.
Damn.
So it's kind of interesting. I'm kind of curious to see what they do with it, because like I'm looking at a screenshot of it right now, and it like the graphical screenshot I'm looking at right now holds up.
Really?
Like, I'll link you to it, and if you scroll down to the giant zombie dude holding the tree,
okay,
like it holds up. Like it looks like a, you know, maybe a game that came out 2 or 3 years ago, but doesn't look bad.
Maybe 3, 4, 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad for it. So
no, yeah, you're right.
I'm just kind of surprised they chose that next.
Yeah.
But keeping in the same vein of Resident Evil, apparently, I think we talked about this last week. Resident Evil 8 is set to apparently launch next year. They're targeting a Q1 2021 release date, apparently, according to rumors.
Okay, so it's not too far away.
It's supposed to be titled Resident Evil Village. Or I think that's what's going to be rumored to be released. Which makes sense because VIII didn't fit into Village, and VII is 8. Because they did that with 7.
Nice.
I think they colored in letters to make it VII for 7. Nice. But apparently, a popular leaker that goes by the name of Nebelian tweeted, rumor RE8 is called Resident Evil Village. Notice the VIII. And apparently it's going to go back to Chris, who was the original guy you played as in the first game. And has been redesigned. There's a new stalker enemy type, which is supposed to be some sort of like witch.
Witch don't give it to you.
Takes place in a European setting. With weird elements like hallucinations and stuff. So it's going to apparently have like a psyche fear factor by the sounds of it. And a Resident Evil 4 style inventory. Because like in the last 3 games that came out, it's kind of like you just can, you like have a limited spot, but like Resident Evil 4, you could really like, you could make objects like turn them 90 degrees and like really finagle how your inventory was.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay.
Whereas some games it's like you only have this many slots and like figure it out. Decide what you want. Whereas Resident Evil 4 is like, okay, well, how can I really maximize if I turn this 90 degrees, turn this 90 degrees, and then put
have
this
no
in here.
Free spaces.
Yeah.
That's cool. I never actually played a game like that.
Yeah, it was like, I want to go back
from Tarkov like that.
I've never played Escape from Tarkov.
I think it's like that a little bit.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a planned Q1 2021 release.
Interesting.
But
check us out.
Apparently, with regards to the redesigned Chris, the latest leak suggests he'll play a major part in the franchise's next sequel, which was at the end of 7. He made a slight appearance. He didn't look like anything from 5 or 6.
Oh, I doubt it.
Threw people off because like you see him get off, and he's like, "Your guy's like, looks at him. He's like, I'm Chris Redfield, or I'm Redfield, or I don't remember exactly what he says, but it's like you go from a huge jacked, you know, steroid using Chris Redfield to like a guy that looks like a normal everyday guy, and everyone's like, what happened?
Something. Guess we'll find out.
Apparently he will specifically appear in flashbacks involving Resident Evil 7 with Ethan Mia,
Mia,
MIA, and their newborn child. And apparently it does not paint Chris in a positive light. But one of the flashbacks, we see him breaking into the couple's home for some unknown reason.
I'll look him up.
So I'm very curious to see and excited to see what happens with that, because I've been on a huge Resident Evil kick.
Interesting.
But if they announce, Q1 2021 release, end of this year, I'm probably going to play through all the Resident Evil games to get ready for it.
Yeah, probably.
So
why not? I mean, if you're going to have them.
I'll have 10 games, 11 games to play through.
Yeah. Holy shit.
If I do all the side stuff.
A lot of games,
But some of the games I can beat in 2-3 hours.
That's true. That is true. So not bad.
Yeah.
If you have them, might as well play them.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
And
what else? Besides?
Did you hear about Cyberpunk?
I heard it's still.
They're still planning.
September.
They're saying everything is going well, and they're hoping. They're still planning for the September 17th release.
I'm just hoping that Last of Us doesn't get like, oh, guess what? September 5th. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, go. I'd be so pissed about that, because it was almost too perfect. Animal Crossing, 1 month to play the shit out of it and go back to it periodically, and then boom, Last of Us 2, and then like 2 or 3 months of solid time until Cyberpunk dropped to like get sucked back into another game. I was like, well, I just hope that window doesn't tighten.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear things are going well and they're not really getting stalled too. So let's keep your fingers crossed. That this shit fucking just relaxes.
Yeah. Apparently, the CEO did a report, the 2019 financial report.
Yep.
And it mentions a 44% increase sales revenue on the year-over-year basis.
Witcher on Netflix.
Which I think is partly that. It says that basis, thanks to the great sales of The Witcher 3 on PC, then all other... wait, what is this? The report mentions 44% increased sales revenue on a year-over-year basis thanks to the great sales of The Witcher 3 on PC than all other consoles combined in 2019. That sentence doesn't sound like it was fully thought out.
I mean, it came out on Switch too, so I'm sure it sold a lot of copies there. There's some money. Hell
and
yeah.
Apparently, CD Projekt Red sets a PC case modding contest announced on April 7th. The lucky winner will receive a fully built PC styled after Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh, that'd be pretty fucking cool. Probably a lot of RGB and shit in there too. LED lights flashing crazy. Pretty sweet. Tron. I think every time I think of Cyberpunk, I think of like Tron-ish, but in real life.
Yeah.
Like just kind of like colors and the lights just like everywhere. I don't know. Seems cool to me, but I'm pumped to play that game. Play on PC. PC. Hell yeah, I'm getting on PC.
Gotta get a hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So, what else you got here? Speaking of PC and deviating from that completely, you posted something about PS5 console instead of a PC. Do you want to run with this?
Sure.
That is bright.
Essentially, backwards compatible will support almost 4,000 PS4 games at launch with high resolution and FPS. I didn't realize there were that many games on PS4.
I'm just all I hope is for like a handful, a couple dozen to work, and then I'll be fine with it. Like all the Uncharted's, as I said before, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Last of Us. As long as those guys work just fine, I'll be fine. But I'm waiting to hear about Horizon Zero Dawn 2. So, but yeah, it says at least it's confirmed. At least backwards compatibility is finally confirmed because it didn't exist on PS4. So, as
there's
a
still
PlayStation fanboy, I enjoy hearing that. So,
yeah, and apparently they're still planning on the target release date time period of holiday 2020.
I wonder how that's gonna stick.
And they're saying that COVID, despite the whole pandemic going on, they're still aiming for that. Which
okay.
I would assume, like, do you think consoles are made essentially like
automated
by robots, people at this point, or you think it's still people?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure.
I mean, theoretically, you don't really need
in a warehouse. You can just have
5 people in there,
a dozen workers manning the computers and making sure things are on the assembly line going,
and just grabbing boxes off at the end.
You probably don't even do that anymore. Box, conveyor belt. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, and then just
like when it's fully done and just pulling it out and just doing a quick
test,
one over, making sure everything's good.
Yeah, probably. We'll probably need a couple
I'm
dozen people.
I'm assuming at this point production
almost
on consoles, automated. Like they're already starting to make them. If 7 months out, they are trying to turn out as many as they can because they're going to get sold out.
I guarantee it. Guarantee it. Yeah. They're probably kicking themselves in the ass for not putting out like now. You know how fast those fucking consoles would sell with people being stuck in their homes?
Dude, Switches have been going off the shelves.
Switches, you can't find a Switch anymore. You can't fucking find a Switch because they're almost essential in a quarantine like this. I was reading an article yesterday about it.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, my buddy was talking about getting one because he was a massive Animal Crossing fan back on GameCube. And I was like, hey, man, I don't want to burst your bubble, but I sent him the link. He's like, well, fuck.
Yeah, it's
like, sorry, man.
It's partly it's kind of in the same boat. Partly like this happened when PS3 first dropped. I remember this. And it's kind of what's happening today is a lot of people are buying them and then just raising the price $100 or $200 and selling them online.
I fucking hate that.
And going, hey, you can either wait a month to get a new one, or you
when
can
you're back
buy
outside.
this for $100
extra. Yeah.
So
yeah, but it
or
says
$100 extra. Yeah.
Yeah. The Switch is sold out everywhere as an essential quarantine item, but more on the way.
Yeah.
That's crazy to coin it as that, an essential quarantine item. Then again, that's for the people who aren't like avid normal gamers, like who have a PC or who have a PS4 or Xbox. They're just like, hey, my kids are stuck inside. What the fuck do I do with these kids?
Not even necessarily just that, but it's like the other week, my climbing partner, she texted me and she was like, thinking about getting a Switch. And I was like, okay, do you have the money? And she's like, well, I never really feel like I have the money, but I feel like this is the best time to buy it because I'm going to be stuck inside forever and I want to play the new Animal Crossing. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. Like, if you think you would use it enough, go for it.
Yeah.
And I said last week, she was at like 105 hours last week when it's been out for 3 weeks.
What am I at? Just out of curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat right now. I'm going to check my page.
Now I want to check what she's at. Is she on right now?
My profile says I played for 90 hours or more.
She has played for 130 or more.
Played for 90 hours or more.
Yeah, she's at 130.
Wow, holy fuck. And that's saying something because I have Super Smash, I have Breath of the Wild, and Breath of the Wild I've only played for 70 hours or more.
Yeah.
And now I've had that game for what, 2 years?
Animal Crossing I feel like has more.
It's
like
just
Breath
constant.
of the Wild, it's like you're done.
You're done. You beat the game.
You're done.
Yeah.
Like you can always go back and do shrines and stuff, but it's not like after you do like beat the game, it's like, okay, what do I really want to do now? Whereas Animal Crossing is
I can just continue
constantly
I can
ongoing
terraform
thing. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. So I don't know, man. It's just the game is fucking addicting. But I'm just surprised that they're just completely sold out everywhere.
I'm not one bit.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense though, but it just I mean, you know what? I guess I am not because I'm looking for a fucking squat rack or power rack for my house, and they're fucking sold out. So why wouldn't this be sold out? I guess you're right.
Everything is getting sold out that people either don't have the luxury of being able to use anymore, like a gym, or stuff to kill time to keep their mind busy, like video games.
I mean, I don't mind staying home.
I don't know how many people I've seen on Instagram over the past 2 or 3 weeks doing a goddamn puzzle. I feel like at least once a day I see some puzzle on my Instagram story feed.
Interesting.
Because people are just doing puzzles. They don't have anything else to do.
I mean, but dude, there's
1,000-piece puzzle. Okay, that kills a night.
Yeah, but like it kind of just it's not weird, but it's like, do you not have a book to read that you wanted to read for a while, you just couldn't get to because you didn't have time, but now you do? You have like a show.
Well, I think a lot of these people are also doing puzzles with their significant other, spouse or roommate. So it's like reading, yes, but like reading, you can't like puzzle. You can like talk and shoot the shit while you do it.
Yeah.
So, which is what people need right now in this situation.
All right, I got
go out and interact.
I got you. You're right. You are 100% correct. We're gonna play Scrabble. Like, couldn't tell you how many times we played Scrabble in the past year, but in the past 2-3 weeks we played it probably 7 or 8 times.
Yep.
So, I get that. I get it.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna go probably Skype with the family. Wish everybody happy Easter. But like, besides that, man, there's nothing to do. So I guess I can see why everything's sold the fuck out.
Yup.
But anyway, man, I don't have any more news to talk about.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
I'm gonna wrap things up for us here this week, guys. I have to buy myself some turnips before the hour turns. So, there you go. Replayability. Animal Crossing.
You got plenty of time.
I do. But I have inventory management because I want to buy like 5,000, and I can't fit them all in my inventory.
Of course.
So, yeah, happens to the worst of us. But all right, man, let's sign off. Let's put a wrap on Speckle 92 Guy Party Podcast, and we will catch you guys next week.
See you.
Peace out.